A child is like a blank canvas. You can fill it with colors of character, strength, and kinship through your playful parenting. Enter into your child's world of imagination. Undoubtedly, it is a better one. Let's try and understand a difference between a child and an adult. A child loves to explore things. They love to make stories, play outside, play within the homes, drag the adults around them, parents around them, to become a part of their play, because that's what they enjoy the most. It gives them a lot of joy, it brings in a lot of energy in them, and that's how they're able to maintain their sense of aliveness within them. Now let's look at an adult. As we grow into adults, we begin to see this form of play more and more monotonous or boring. We feel, how do I even interact or become a part of something like this? How many times are we able to sort of close our eyes and for a moment think that my stress has just magically gone away? And we recognize that as we turn into adults, our own power of imagination just goes down. And this is why play is important, and that we must continue to preserve that sense of playfulness alive in our children and even within ourselves. And that's the difference between a child and an adult. If we want to connect with our children and if we want to understand them well, it is very important that we become a part of their play. Just imagine and think for a moment, when your child goes to the playground and they are doing monkey bars, you recognize from one bar to the other and then they fall down. And then they get themselves back up. Maybe after a day or two, they try, persevere, and they go learn 3-4 bars more. And then there's a day that comes in which they're just able to do it, and they feel this sense of accomplishment, achievement, a skill, that joy that they have been able to experience by doing it. And that's what play does to a child. When you go to a bus stop to pick your child, and when the child is walking, but not walking a straight line with you, but going on a rock, jumping from there, then trying to balance themselves on a line, narrating some story at the same time, that's how again a child is exploring both outside and even within their own selves, their own imagination, their own creativity. And that's how they're able to, and they're trying to connect with you. Play is powerful. It helps the child learn so many skills. It helps them learn problem-solving skills. Through play, a child also learns how to be perseverant. Child also learns how to think creatively about the same activity or the game that they're playing in different ways. You also see how a child is expressing what they're observing around them and what they're feeling within their own selves through make-believe play that they do. And there's so many times when a child is actually looking for that sense of enthusiasm and creativity from you as a parent to become a part of their play. It is so important for us as a parent to join, to show our curiosity, to also sometimes become childlike, to really connect and engage with them through these means of play. Because that's when a child sees that my parent is making that effort to understand me, and their relatedness grows more and more, which transforms into a healthy relationship, a good connectedness with you. And at the same time, the fact that you're supporting that form of play, you are just right there with the child, helping them explore and be a part of it. It also turns into a good sense of self, and a child also learns so much confidence by absorbing and learning so many skills through that form of play. So what is very important is for us to recognize that While for young children, free play is something which is very important. Whether they're making stories, whether you are reading stories for children, storytelling is a great way for them to understand and relate to things. It helps them build perspective in different ways. Through imagination, they're able to also deal with a lot of emotions, understand them as well. As they grow, play takes more and more structured form through art, through dance, through movement, through writing. So many times we see that we ourselves are finding it so difficult to express what we are going through. And when you channelize it in the form of art, in the form of journaling, writing, or maybe even in terms of dance, movement, you feel that sense of change and you feel that sense of release. And you feel that all of this form of play and art is just so therapeutic in its own self as well. And you're able to connect so well within your own inner experience that makes you feel more aware and confident about your own self. We also recognize that how, as children grow and turn into adolescent, the entire fear and stress around studies, around examinations, how it takes the shape of that monster, the children begin to fear more and more, is also because somewhere we are not able to preserve the joy of learning. And we need to really able to be, as a parent, give our children that support, that scaffolding, that they are able to still find that fun element in whatever they are learning, rather than seeing it in the form of pressure and seeing it in the form of scores, seeing it as something external and not something that they are able to drive within their own selves by questioning, by thinking, by problem solving, by decision making. So play provides a child all of these gamut of skills which is so important in their life. And that's how children develop confidence through play. And if you continue to bring that element of playfulness in your parenting, engage with them, connect with them by being playful, and are also able to preserve it through adulthood, you raise happy and confident children.